Somebody said, why are you talking into an olive? I really, really love that my videos are starting conversations and people are sharing their stories. I can't tell you how much that means to me. I don't want to take myself too seriously. I don't want to take myself so seriously on this internet thing. I just, I'm just a girl. I have my opinions. I have my perspective, and I want to present it with a little honey on my tongue. In this day and age where social media is designed to be a rage machine that creates killers and people who give up, we need to learn the art of a spoonful of sugar. Some people are willfully ignorant. I'm not denying that, but that's not everybody. Some people are actually ignorant because they have not been exposed to anything else. Assata Shakur herself once told a boy he was too black and too ugly for her to date him. Assata Shakur justified the US being in Vietnam before she knew what was going on. Lucky for her, she was in the right place at the right time for a group of people to take her under their wing to educate her. What if that group of people ostracized her for saying what she said? Everybody is ignorant before they're not. People who are educated, people who have read the right books, you need to start presenting your argument in a way that will get people who might not agree with you to see your side of things. People love to say,
oh, I've read this book, and I've read this book, and I'm educated, I went to this prestigious institution.
It's like, okay, if you're so educated, teach.
And
if you really know what you're doing, teach with a spoonful of sugar. Are you using your education to educate people? Or are you using it to feel superior? Is your education only a means to capital is the question. Are you educated enough to speak to a group of people who might not agree with you? I know most people are down to have a conversation, and I think we have forgotten how to have a conversation with people. The enemy is really the people hoarding the wealth, poisoning our earth, poisoning our water supply, making our planet dirty with things that don't matter, creating war for no reason besides to create more capital. There have been countless societies, not empires. You understand? Okay, let me talk about this for a little bit. Empires cannot be a democracy, really. This culture of domination and superiority is so default that that some people can't even imagine an actual democracy where we're represented, where our representatives don't necessarily have more power than anybody else, that those we elect do right by us. You got to study other people besides the empires. We live under the United States Empire. If we know we need numbers in order to create change, why are you speaking to an audience who already agrees with you? People are full of fear. People are full of hatred. People are full of anger. And they need a face or a group of people to put it on. I am the first person to admit, okay? And this is really just sinking in right now. I have never really met or have been in, that's not true. I did one time. I spoke to somebody who was conservative. And we were laughing together. He seemed like a kind person. There was kindness there. And I'm sure he had his beliefs and all of that. We never really spoke about that kind of stuff. But I think being able to connect with people is more important than arguing our political ideas. If we are not able to humanize the people that we are in disagreement with, that's dangerous. That's simply dangerous. Using your perceived intelligence to feel superior is part of the problem. It's part of the problem. This is why I keep trying to promote this idea of human dignity. It's not new. Please, God, don't accuse me of thinking any of the shit I'm saying is new. It's not. Excuse me. Stop using your education to feel superior toward people who are ignorant. We have to have empathy for ignorance, not the beliefs, not the ideologies, but we have to be a little more empathetic toward the human being who is ignorant. I'm realizing that I have not actually heard a conservative's perspective in person before. I have only ever heard a conservative perspectives on social media. And I don't trust social media anymore. I know social media is presenting rage bait to me. I think most people would be willing to have a conversation. I didn't agree with Charlie Kirk. No, I didn't agree with his ideas. No, I did not. I'll say that. But you have to understand that the people on the right appreciated and respected that he was trying to hold conversations with the other side. You have to hear that. Regardless of what they believe, they still respected the fact that he was trying to hold conversations with people who didn't believe in the same thing that he did. I've seen too many people who consider themselves liberal with a superiority complex when it comes to their intelligence. And I know it's not just them, okay? I know it's not just those people. It is a widespread thing, that a global thing. People think that they are worth more and they are better than other people because they've had a certain kind of education. You might have done all of that, brand name institution, read the right books. Do you have sense? We have to uphold human dignity. We live in a world where that's like a good idea, but we don't actually uphold human dignity within ourselves because there's so many people thinking that they are worthy because they are intelligent, because they are more intelligent than other people. And they wave that around like some trophy. If you're so educated, educate people who are ignorant. If you're so educated, why don't you use it to educate people who don't agree with you? Use your intelligence to speak to people who wouldn't necessarily agree with you. Present your argument in a way that is sound and not ad hominem. Mehdi Hassan has a whole masterclass on Jubilee. I learned a lot from that. Conversations are important and we're not having enough. I've only seen conservative perspectives through social media. We're out here hating and blaming people we've never even had a conversation with in person. There's something wrong with that. There are people hating entire groups of people that they have never come into contact with, ever. Hating entire groups of people who they've never actually talked to. That's a problem. I just want to put it out there that social media might be distorting things for you. That social media might be working exactly as planned to have you think that a group of people is your enemy. An entire group of people is your enemy. And again, I'm saying there are some people who are willfully ignorant. Logic and rationality will not appeal to them. That's not who I'm talking to. I think most people are human enough to hold a conversation and to hear a perspective. I want to promote this idea that we do need to have conversations. Charlie Kirk was right in that respect. I ain't agree with him on anything. But there are so many people who respected him for that reason. For that reason. Divide and conquer works. I will see you in the next video. Bye.